And without further ado, this is the Bad Brothers podcast. And it comes out every Monday at 9 a.m. now, if you want to tell your friends. And my name is Michael Browning. This used to be Port Orchard's finest podcast. I mean, used to be as in...
Still is.
Used to be as in was once voted in the past, although still remains. And now is also Gig Harbor's finest podcast. And so I just wanted to introduce you to the guest today. It is none other than Will Browning, my brother.
Hello.
Hi. And so if you're new to the podcast, you might, if some of those OGs out there might remember that Will was one of the founding members of the podcast. And now he's just like a part-time guest.
That brings up a good point. I've been thinking, it's almost like with all these technical mishaps and unrecordings after me slaving away at the mic for hours and hours, it's almost like you don't want me to be on the podcast.
It's Tammy. Tammy's the one gunning for your job. As soon as I said, "Oh," I rejected the audio, and I was so fed up with everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then, it had barely coming out of my mouth. Tell her what happened. The audio's messed up again. And Tammy's like, I can do it. I can do it with you again. We can record. When the kids go to bed, we'll do it. I'm like, you didn't even give me a chance to ask Will if he had time.
I know. And then I'm at your house pre-post. Could have done a live.
But I have to turn it around for 9 a.m.
That's why no editing. We'll do it live.
We need the editing. I need the editing, maybe.
I am only perturbed because I felt like I did such a good job on the recordings, talking extra.
Oh man,
really bringing the fire.
The four recently that were gone were probably, they would have been the top 4. Yeah.
Easily.
Okay, but since we're back, we can involve Will in some live jokes. Thank you to all the people who filled in and read Tammy, who read Will's jokes,
mm-hmm.
and myself.
They just didn't really capture the monotone lack of enthusiasm, timbre that I bring to the table.
Okay, so sorry you can hear me. I'm drinking some Trulies. I'll talk about that later. But I feel like I need to go first tonight because I'm not feeling confident. This is supposed to be a formula. You do these jokes. This is how late night. These are like monologue jokes, and there's supposed to be a formula. But I just couldn't get my head in the formula today to even. So these are they're a little weak sauce today, but okay, that's what it is. NASA scientists are warning that thawing permafrost locations in Russia and other areas caused by climate change could unleash ancient bacteria, viruses, and toxic waste that has been frozen for potentially millions of years. Billions. However, even though humans may be maladapted to these deadly organisms, the human species has one hope against them. Greta Thunberg. She's back. She's back. She's the hope of the world.
I thought you were going to say a Johnson & Johnson vaccine.
But listen to this. Because this all but certain fate of all these diseases and things will have crippling, even fatal effects, Republican and Democrat leaders released a joint statement outlining their response. They said, "Why start now? All those things are already happening. Deadly viruses, toxic babies got like plastic in their blood and stuff like that. It's like, we're living it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we're sort of redundant to come out with a steady. For some reason, that always stuck in my head from school. Permafrost. I don't know why.
What's permafrost?
That's where it... You try to guess.
Permanent frost.
Yeah.
But how is it melting if it's permanent?
It was supposed to be, as far as we know.
How long does it have to survive to be perma?
It's always been perma for as far as we knew. It's like places that are like they're dry, they're uncovered.
I'll be Googling that.
Yeah. I'll be editing that. No.
Edit that out.
Okay. One other subject. That's all I got today.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff Bezos. Did you get him?
The Zon. No, I almost did Elon and Bezos.
Oh.
Tax hikes.
Now that space tourism is a reality, Jeff Bezos wants to build a new low-orbiting space station.
Mm-hmm. Saw that.
Describing his vision as a mixed-use business park. In other words, his epic vision for the future is a strip mall.
Can I imagine like Xenon, Girl of the 21st Century? Remember that?
No.
You're too old for that.
Yeah.
Disney Channel original movie.
Oh, yeah, but wait, listen to this detail.
Uh-huh.
The space station can only hold 10 people.
What?
So here's my advice to save potential tourists $1 million. For a lonely trip to a godforsaken strip mall, head down to the South Kitsap Mall off Mile Hill Drive in Port Orchard.
Or if you're across the bridge, head to the BNI, South Tacoma Way.
Oh, sounds like a similar experience.
Where the gorilla used to live that Disney made a movie about.
So that's it. I wasn't firing on all cylinders today.
Yeah,
That's
my
okay.
work was just crazy.
That's just what it is. If I got paid to do that, that would be better.
Yeah.
But that's not what I get paid
yeah.
to do. And so I got to concentrate. Ooh, baby.
This one was supposed to be more topical because of the holidays, but my audio got deleted. Goodbye, Christopher Columbus. Hello, Vikings.
Oh, wait. This is where you talk loud.
This is my stage voice. Archaeologists have found proof that Vikings crossed the Atlantic Ocean 1,000 years ago, long before Columbus crossed the Atlantic.
Tell me more.
8 timber-framed buildings covered in sod stood on a terrace above a peat bog and stream at the northern tip of Canada's island of Newfoundland. Evidence that the Vikings had reached the New World first. They found some timber fibers and all that good stuff. This is great news. We no longer have to celebrate a man that had raped and pillaged his way through the Americas, and now we can just celebrate Vikings, I guess. Local news. Local woman was driving and realized that she is actually a good driver. Now she's questioning if she might be a trans man.
Whoa, out of left field.
A new trailer for a Buzz Lightyear movie dropped yesterday?
I think today,
recently.
yeah.
Highlighting the backstory of the beloved space defender. He's going to be voiced by Chris Evans. I can't wait for this, and also his reboot of Tool Time and Santa Claus and Jungle to Jungle.
Dude, we're out of sync tonight. You're talking about stuff I don't know. That's mostly it.
I think I just know a lot of stuff.
I think you do. Now I have an update, and I need to go in some sort of order.
I have an update.
First update: cutting hair is not gay.
Okay.
And I never meant to imply that whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't even dawn on me at the time that we have a Japanese listener who cuts hair for a living.
Mm-hmm.
I was so in the zone. Remember how I said my brain doesn't switch over?
Yeah. You didn't even think of people that you knew.
Even this prominent Japanese businessman, I didn't even think of him. But I brought up of kids, like learning it's okay to do things, gender roles, blah, 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 blah. And I brought up a man cutting my hair. Now, if I was an African-American gentleman, I probably that wouldn't have been my example.
Mm-hmm.
Or people who grew up in 1920 and they go down to the local barber and they shave with one of those straight blades and stuff. Oh. Did you ever think about buying a straight blade recently?
Recently?
No, like 5 years ago, and it was like...
No.
It was probably more than 5 years ago.
Yeah, like when they opened the Art of Shaving in the mall.
Yeah.
But it's all just regular razors with fancy handles.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I always think of the Barber of Seville, and then I think of the Bugs Bunny version. With Elmer Fudd.
Yes.
Let me cut your mop. Let me shave your crop. Daintily. Daintily.
I went to Third Dimension growing up.
Oh, yeah, Third Dimension.
That's pretty much always where I went. Got older and I went to the men's club.
Yeah.
But for a little while...
Sport clips.
For a little while in college, I went to this place. I forget what it was called. And yeah, it was just crazier that it was like... To me, it was just like a middle-aged guy. You know, he was like 45 or whatever. Wife and kids. And he had like freaking... Just like a dad would dress. I mean, it's kind of... But in like a cool kind of rich way.
Nike Monarchs.
No. No, I think he had like boat shoes or something.
Oh, yeah. Sperry's.
Pre-Sperry's time even.
Pre-Sperry's, those go like back
and he had those
years.
Cargo shorts where they're like, but they're not the big wide ones. They're kind of like sleeker.
Oh, yeah.
More fashionable.
Mm-hmm.
And then just like
from Nordstrom Rack.
Yeah. And then he had more like from Nordstrom.
Ah.
And then he had like a button up like that you'd wear with like a middle-aged guy would wear with khakis. It was like a normal like business shirty, but he had it rolled up.
Did it have the different pattern fabric under the sleeve?
Nope. Pre that even. And here he was just cutting hair, and I couldn't imagine such a thing in my life. But that was just my experience.
Well, call in if you've had this experience. You might have
I knew men could cut hair, but
you might have to do an
you
might have to do an interview with a listener.
It was usually immigrants or men out of prison.
Yeah. Or really old guys.
Or really old guys who they were probably the 1920s barbers.
Yeah.
So, like I said,
what's a barbershop song?
I don't know.
I can like hear the chords in my head, but I can't think of any words.
I can think of the end of the song going. Yeah. There's always the one high guy. Something about your baby. No, that's
hello,
like
my baby. Hello, my darling.
What's that one where they have the
singing frog?
Yeah, the singing frog, but they have those little straw or whatever they are hat.
Yeah,
things.
yeah. That's a quartet.
Yeah. They don't call bands like quartets anymore. I wish they would. Unless it's in like a article where they're searching for in the thesaurus.
Yeah. Trio. There was that, whatever it's called, Alkaline Trio.
Oh.
Manchester Orchestra.
Manchester has an orchestra?
Yeah. You haven't heard them?
Anyway, cutting hair is not gay.
Good update.
I never meant to imply it.
Did someone say something?
No, not really.
Oh, you just listened to it and you
I mean,
thought
he
it
did-
sounded kind of gay.
No, I was talking about it's not gay.
But who said it was gay?
But that was my example of something that might have been gay.
Like when your tooth hurts?
No, yes.
Been gay?
Oh, dude, he's been gay. You think he's gay now? He's been gay. Been gay this whole time.
Numbing.
No.
On some past episodes
I
that
was just
we
being
missed, past episodes that got lost, we've been trying all of the special holiday sampler seltzers.
I needed to make a bigger deal about it, but the eggnog one from last week, the Bud Light ones, oh my god!
So we did
so
Bud
good.
Light Thanksgiving. They were all right. What was the best one?
Whichever it was, that was it.
That one
There
was
was a
good.
pear.
There was a maple pear, pumpkin spice, all that type of jazz. Those were all right. None you'd want to crush 20 of. Then we did Bud Light Christmas, eggnog, seltzer. Is there nog seltzer, actually? No eggs.
Yep.
And then what else was good in there?
Cherry, prune, no, plum.
Oh, yeah, the sugar plum. But then the cherry cordial trash. And now we found Truly's holiday party sampler. We've got spiked apple spice, cranberry orange sparkler, holiday sangria style. I feel like it should be sangria holiday style or holiday style sangria, but it's holiday sangria style. And pomegranate ginger fizz. I've only tried spiked apple spice so far.
Hey,
It's
you're in for a treat because the rest of them are interesting.
good, interesting, or bad interesting.
I'll let you. That's the best one.
This apple spice one much better than the apple one Bud Light had.
Oh yeah, they backed off.
The Bud Light apple just was watery apple juice.
I have another update. You have an update? You haven't been on the pod.
I got updates. I thought I was
Oh, wait, your update-
long
update-
on the next one.
Your update was your dog
Sure.
thing? No, okay. Yeah, that's next
You
one.
said your dog, and I was like,
No, oh, the person's dog
rip.
thing. What? Who died?
No one died.
DMX?
Where are my dogs at?
I went to
Wait, did Randy Jackson die?
No, he didn't.
Okay.
I don't think so. I went to Walmart in Port Orchard for the first time since I've been gone.
Oh, man.
Living Gig Harbor for the first time.
And are you
I
moving
so
on?
moved on. Yeah. Here's to something new. That I
think it's just here's to you.
Get what I want. No, I went to Walmart and I have some differences.
You have differences?
Differences of people in Walmart and people in Gig Harbor.
Oh, I thought maybe now you had a new light of thinking or like a new framework of how you see the world.
Yes. In that the contrast was even greater than I ever imagined.
You just walked in there like you're the king of Sheba.
Oh, no. I wasn't really thinking about me. As is the case most time, if you were to bump into me on the street, I would probably not be thinking about myself because that's just the kind of guy I am. And in this circumstance, I was not thinking about me. I was thinking of the people in Gig Harbor, and I was thinking I could drop to my knees and shout, "Dear heavens, heavens to Betsy." The difference in people.
Yeah.
It's like the difference. I don't know. They were uglier. And I just,
Beautiful people.
yeah. So I already talked about weight too disparagingly on this podcast, but there's just a difference in between average size.
Yeah.
People in the gig, they're either more health conscious or image conscious, or...
Do you think anything of it has to do with the phrase, "You're not ugly, you're just poor"?
Oh, yeah. I love those memes on Instagram when they show what a celebrity used to look
Before
like
and after.
and what they... Yeah.
Kylie Jenner.
Yeah. Percentage of dirty jeans...
Are they work jeans or they're just dirty?
Exactly.
Because I got work dirty jeans. They're a pile over there.
But you don't see them in the GH very much.
Yeah.
You just don't see it out there.
Yeah, because they're not working.
They're either those white collar ivory tower phonies, or they're a real hardworking American man.
What about Dave?
He lives in Arlington.
Oh, yeah.
That's probably where he's shopping.
It's not his house. I forgot.
He comes here and mooches off his girlfriend.
You don't think he gives to the relationship of
Not when he's in town.
Oh,
He just mails her a check when he sends her a gift card.
it's sounding like something else.
Now this one is hard to describe, but I think you can understand the types of hairstyles that old people have.
Oh yeah, what's with old people, old ladies? They want to I want to dye my hair blue.
I don't know what that is either.
I want to dye my hair purple.
But it's not. Oh, are you talking about dyed everywhere?
Yeah, or just.
Or
a
are you
patch
talking about
or
that?
Whatever.
A patch.
They'll do like the
A
front,
patch of hair.
they'll do the front patch purple or something.
Their little soul patch that they're growing.
What
Now
other
that they
things
all-
can? There's only a few things you can call patch. It's either plants or hair.
Sour Patch Kids.
Plant.
Plant patch.
You know, like a patch of grass.
Oh, nicotine.
Pumpkin patch.
Nicotine or other drug patch.
That's kind of a different definition. Why is hair and plants in the same patch?
Hair and plant and nicotine patch are all the same.
No.
Patch Adams.
Oh.
Um,
Patrick Star.
Patrick Star. Patch.
Anyway.
Okay.
So the old
The
old people styles?
The hairstyles of old people.
I feel like this is my guess. Tell me if I'm correct. Port Orchard, Walmart, old people. Old ladies just have like the basic little poof or straight, just like short. And then guys also short or bald. And then Gig Harbor, old people, the ladies might actually have longer hair, even if it's gray or white, but in some sort of longer style above the shoulder. And then guys have, 4 on the side, coif in the front.
And sometimes with like gel or pomade.
Right, yeah, styled in some sort of way.
Yeah, I would
Is that
say
correct?
All those things I agree with, and just general styled or not styled.
Oh, yeah.
And more people in gauges.
In gauges?
With gauges.
Okay.
With gauged ears.
In Port Orchard?
Yeah, I mean, that's just kind of a...
Because they're hardcore.
I would say eye makeup. You know what? I'm sounding too superficial this.
Well,
podcast.
you're judging them visually,
No,
so
I just said at the beginning I wasn't judging. These are just observations you make.
you're observing them visually. You're not talking to them or anything.
Yes, they're not moral judgments. They're observations. It just so happens that
Yeah.
there's just not as much eye makeup in Port Orchard. It's like looking at...
There's less eye makeup?
Oh, yeah, less eye makeup. Way less. It's like looking at those... It's like looking at 2 holes punched in a saltine cracker. You know those little holes in a saltine?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 of those.
14th century Middle English, Pacche.
Pache.
Patchy.
Go ahead, hit us with a patch definition.
There's 8 of them.
Why? Okay. Can you do them quickly? 8.
Well, it also depends on if we're talking noun or verb or other verb.
Oh, to patch something.
Yeah. So a piece of material used to mend or cover a hole.
Mm-hmm.
A tiny piece of black silk or court plaster worn on the face or neck, especially by women to hide a blemish or to heighten beauty. Don't know what that is.
Why is that a specific one? Because how is that different from a nicotine patch? Because it's just saying
This
a
is
thing
like
you stick
something
to the body.
To hide a blemish or heighten beauty. I don't know what that is. Piece of material used medically to cover a wound. A disc-shaped piece of material that's worn on the skin and contains a substance, nicotine patch.
What? These are all the same thing. They need
A shield worn over the socket of an injured or missing eye. A small piece or scrap.
eye patch. How do we not say eye patch?
A part or area or that has something distinct about it, like cabbage patch. A period of time, like a rough patch. Going through a rough patch. Piece of clothing. Someone or something equal or comparable. Usually used in negative constructions. The new chairman isn't a patch on his predecessor. I've never heard that. A temporary connection to a communication system, like patching wires.
Yes.
A minor correction or modification in a computer program. A patch.
Oh, so many patches.
That's not even all the verbs.
Anyways, patch. Wow.
Yeah.
Hit me with the drinks. What's your favorite? Have you?
Oh,
you only
had
have one. Oh, you only have one open. I thought you opened more. I'm sorry.
Which one do you think I should try? What do you want your opinion
The
on?
next best is probably Sangria or
Serve cold
Cran
and get warm. I'll go Sangria because it's the most interesting.
I will say by far the most interesting is pomegranate ginger.
These are 5%, not 4%, like Bud Light. Something to take note of. Holiday Sangria.
That
you
one's
do
good.
serve it cold and you get warm. It has a warming. It's like not spices, but it's smooth. This is smooth. What's Sangria? Wine, brandy, fruit. Good.
You know what? I was thinking that when I saw this. I do not know what Sangria is.
Well, I just told you.
I've never known.
It's wine-based, and it's an alcoholic beverage originating in Spain and Portugal. Traditionally consists of red wine and chopped fruit, often with other ingredients or spirits.
Okay, can I hit you with the Gig Harbor opinions?
Hit me.
Gig Harbor has some issues. Yes, it does.
Okay, let me talk about it this way. Do you know what's the trope of a movie like drug guy, like a druggie in a movie?
Druggie or drug dealer?
Druggie.
Okay.
Not hardcore, not junkie,
Yeah.
but like a druggie, especially like a younger. What's that in
What's
the
the
movies?
scene?
Any scene.
And I'll make the character.
What's the scene? The guy is
Enters what kind of place?
what?
Where is he entering?
They're at the druggie guys. They're in high school.
Okay.
They're at the druggie guy's house.
Yeah.
And it says he's in the bedroom, and the friend is there to confront him because the druggie guy, he did something, he let him down in some way.
Mm-hmm.
But
I think it'd be one of two ways. He's either like has some sort of, he's maybe like a white guy that dresses like he's not white.
Yeah, in
You
what
know, he's
way?
got like the big flat brim hat with all the stickers on it, and like a big sweatshirt.
Yeah.
You know, like a South Pole sweatshirt.
Yeah, yeah,
Remember
yeah,
that?
yeah,
Remember that?
Yep.
And he's kind of like that, like, and he's a little bit rebellious. Maybe he has a chain,
Yeah.
but like those big, you know, the ball where the ball snaps into the little thing, but they're big.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Or trope druggy guy, kind of like rich guy,
Oh, yeah.
but he's always like taking a little bump or something,
Oh,
you
yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah.
But he's like always like scattered.
Oh,
always scattered.
Scatting?
Scattered.
He's always walking around. Now, what scene? They're at a jazz club. And he's walking in to confront him.
Scat man.
What'd you say? Yes. And would you describe me as either... Would you describe... Have I lived my life
Oh yeah.
in...
It also could have been
Have I lived my life...
tie-dye long hair guy.
Exactly.
Spicoli.
Have I lived my life in any way that you would mistake me as a druggy trope guy?
No.
No. And in this case, I'm not breaking character. I'm staying in character.
Mm-hmm.
And I have, when I was young, I did not partake in drugs.
Mm-hmm.
And not only that, I was never offered drugs ever. No drugos.
Never offered.
Not even offered.
All that training and dare and
Narc.
for nothing.
Narc. They spotted me. They're like, this guy's a narc.
Yeah.
But I live in Gig Harbor for like 5 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
and I get offered drogos
Yeah.
just from basically a stranger.
Yeah. Think back to, like I was saying,
You had two different.
think back to high school. There was either
One's Port Orchard, one's Gig Harbor.
no, even in Port Orchard, there were the druggy stoner kids, the Spicoli-esque big sweatshirt kids.
Yeah.
You know, big hat, big sweatshirt, kind of greasy hair. But if you really, who probably did more drugs, and if you wanted to get drugs,
It's the getting.
it's the popular kids, you know, at their parties, getting the drugs and the money to get the drugs instead of growing them in their closet. So
Yeah, that's.
So now you are at the rich kid's lunch table and you are offered drugs.
Yes, that's what's happening, I guess. I was going to say it's the underbelly of Gig Harbor, but it's right out there in the open.
Mm-hmm.
It's the culture.
Yeah. Because you got...
Freaking white people.
You have the stresses of trying to keep up with the Joneses. And, you know, you're trying to keep up. You're trying to have this perfect family. And then it's the stress and work and everything. And you got to... Starts off with a couple of Xannies. And then next thing you know... Next thing you know,
loving popping pillies, man, I feel just like a rock star. What's wrong with you, Gig Harbor?
you're seeing all sides of it now.
This is sick. I thought you were just a place with a movie theater. Oh, I saw James Bond.
Oh.
If you have seen James Bond and want to get my opinion on it, talk about it.
So, subscribe to our Patreon. Only $5.99.
I feel like it's still too early to talk about it because people might want to see it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. Okay.
I have strong opinions. Well, when anybody ever says strong opinions and not, I just freaking loved it, that you pretty much know what their opinion is.
But no.
Yeah, so I kind of gave it away. And it was a good movie. It was still worth
Who
seeing.
did the intro song?
Maybe Billie Eilish.
She did the last one.
No, that's because she did it 3 years ago.
And what song is it?
I forget what it is.
No Time
We
to
looked
Die.
it up.
No Time to Die, but how's the song go?
There's no time to die. There's just no time to die. The same thing, like all her songs are like the vocal is like all hot up front, but she's singing like at a whisper. There's just no time to die.
How much time do we have?
I could cut.
The
I could
horns.
stand to cut things out. So let's just see where it goes.
I just wanted a
getting a
small
little-
update.
We're getting a little
Oh, you
bit
did
of a
this.
roll.
You did the update with Tammy on the Dave being a man.
Sorry, we needed content.
Well, I was gonna say, talk about
This
sitting,
isn't a content.
sitting down.
This isn't a
I was
content
gonna
farm.
talk about sitting down when
I
you
only
pee.
got so much. Yeah. Do you
Do
do it
Yeah, I do it.
when you want to look at your phone?
I was pulling up supporting content, supporting.
I know where we're going. I'm asking you
facts.
personally.
Personally, if I'm at home, I sit. I don't want to splash.
You always sit at home?
98% of the time.
You sit at home 98% of the time because you don't want to splash?
Yes.
That's why you have so much time to send me memes.
It doesn't mean I'm sitting there for 30 minutes like I'm taking a giant brown.
I know, but actually, there are some times where I choose also to pee sitting down.
Yeah.
And sometimes I wonder, because like our father, not who art in heaven, but just our normal father,
Mhm.
I never seen him sit down to pee.
Right.
He was the last generation that stood up to pee.
Probably. Probably.
Now these generations now, I'm not saying they do it all the time, like you, but they choose to sit down. And sometimes and now I have children.
Yeah.
And sometimes when my children see me sitting down to pee, which is,
But how do they know you're just peeing?
I got a 4-year-old dog.
He's in constant.
He wants to know.
Constantly around.
He wants to know.
It's not just splashing. It's also laziness, phone use.
phone use. That's number one.
Also, trusting the toilet seat germs, It's like if it's your own toilet seat. You're
You
like,
said
whatever.
98% at your house. Oh, trusting them. You're okay too.
Yeah. And so when you're out.
That's not a barrier to entry.
Yeah. So when not at home, don't want to.
Oh, no.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Like the 2 times in your life where you had like you felt like you're going to have the most insane diarrhea ever. And then you have to find a really gross seat to sit down on.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
You ever hover?
No, it's too awkward, too weird.
Yeah.
I'm
Do
just
you
like, I
find
might as
yourself
well.
starting to trust your toilet seats at your common places like work or whatever?
Well, for me, it was college because it was just like you're on
Shared.
a dorm. Yeah, it's like there's bathrooms on one end, bathrooms on the other.
For me,
And-
when I worked at Starbucks, it was like I clean the bathrooms. I know how they're cleaned. So I would time it out so that like I knew the bathroom got cleaned, and then I would go.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah. But there's a guy named Party Harding who says it best, and I just kind of my mantra for the year, I think.
Should I be passing down my pee? This is what I'm asking. Should I be passing down my peeing to my sitting down to pee to my children?
I think it's all about free choice, I think, and education.
Free choice.
And educate them on, have them start cleaning the bathroom and seeing where all the pee splatters. You really want to know, don't wear pants and socks and feel where it all hits your feet and legs.
Oh my gosh, yes.
You know? You know what I mean?
I know.
Let's hear what Party Harding has to say.
When I sit down I fucking sit down when I pee sometimes, okay? I'm not less of a man because of it. I'm not less of a man just because sometimes I like to take a load off when I pee. I don't want to be standing when I'm peeing. I want to relax a little bit when I pee, so I sit down. Is that just a fucking crime?
Do the one with music now.
I fucking sit down when I pee sometimes. I'm not less of a man because of it. I'm not less of a man.
We'll just go out on the end of our...
Take a load off when I pee. I don't want to be standing when I
Thank you for listening to the Bad Brothers podcast. Share this podcast with a friend. Go to Bad Brothers Oh, that was the end? Podcast.
I fucking sit down when I pee
on Instagram.
I'm not less of a man because of it. I'm not less of a man.
YouTube.com/easyasmdb or just search Bad Brothers Podcast. It's not really video, it's just audio on YouTube.
For Spotify.
Go on Spotify. Somebody looked it up on Google, and even though I don't post it there, it's actually there. It's... Do I have any more details I need to share?
There's an episode entitled Bill Hader. It's not actually about Bill Hader.
Wait, let's talk about that next time. How did that not make it in?